How has beauty or how had beauty impacted you and your self-esteem as an individual?
It has boosted my self-esteem in terms of confidence because I've always been a shy person. I've always
Okay.
also not loved, I didn't love being in front of, like, or being in the spotlight or anything.
Mm-mm.
But beauty, I think it enhances my natural features. So, me not like speaking about anything, just showing my face and being all pretty, like getting those compliments. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a confident booster.
So obviously, man, being in the industry, growing up, there's that one celeb or that one actor that would be like, oh, this one, I want to meet this person. Have you ever came across maybe that artist that you wanted to meet or that actor or actress that wanted to meet? And how was the feeling?
Yes, I working with Cindy Dlathu. I've always grow
Mahlabantu.
yes, I always grew up watching Umvango, and I
Yeah.
always loved her character. Like, she's humble and all of that. I've always wanted to meet Cindy Dlathu. And then having to work with her on Either River was like a life-changing moment. And she's
Wow.
a free person. She doesn't want people to treat her as if like she's a
A
celeb. Yes,
celebrity,
she's
yes, true.
human. She's very general.
Then when you got in Saudi Arabia, obviously it's different environment, different people, and there's
Yes.
you who's not that good when it comes in being in a like an occupied space, occupied by people. Then how was it from you being in SA?
The different was having to adapt because I
Yeah.
literally prepared myself physically and was like, okay, my CV is gonna upgrade, I'm gonna learn a new thing. But I didn't prepare myself
Mentally.
mentally and emotionally.
Ooh.
So having to be apart, far away from my family, being this independent girl,
Yeah.
like, I would not know, but you'll say, no, I will go to a friend just nearby. You're
Yeah,
literally
true.
on your
You know
own.
no one that's
No one, yes.
Yo, what up, good people? This is your boy, the Black AG. Mr. D is what it is, if you know where to know. Yet on another episode with Donning Experience with the Black AG, obviously. But today, good people, we have Antoinette Samu, if I've pronounced it correctly, Khumalo, Uma Khumalo, here in studio. She is a makeup artist, man, and a bit of her background. She started at Tope Secondary School,
Yes.
furthered her studies. She did tourism, jumped from tourism. She went and did what do you call it?
Cosmetologist.
Yeah, you name it. So we have here in studio, man. And by the way, today we have in this Kalagat. We have something nice, something good to drink, and maybe we might drink it along the show while we're talking. Good day, Miss Makumala. I think Beganjali.
Hi, Unjani.
I'm good, thanks in yourself.
I'm very well,
Okay,
thanks.
just do me a favor and do the viewers at home a favor. Feel comfortable, feel at home, feel not to you like just putting that foundation on someone's face, huh? So just tell us about Antoinette. Who is she?
Antoinette is a self-driven, someone that loves pursuing a career.
Okay.
I love to, like, a founder and CEO of Netty's Boutique as well as in Netty's Kitchen.
Oh,
And yes, not only
okay.
do I do makeup, but I also do the kitchen side.
Okay, so there's more to that, huh? Good. This is
Yes.
nice. So, checking out your story or going through her bio, there are a lot of things that you have been part and parcel of, understand, which is you didn't study beauty only, you went for tourism, understand, and
Yes.
you had like that, how can I put it? Okay, you have passion when it comes to cooking again. You wanted
Yes.
to go to culinary school, but due to funds, man, being
Yeah,
expensive,
hectic.
you couldn't pursue that field in terms of studying.
Yes.
But now, going to before we go to the makeup part, because obviously we hear about Netty's beauty, right? But
Yes.
what made you to say, okay, fine, I'm done with metric. Now I want to go and uh, um just pursue tourism. Why tourism out of all the things?
Okay, I've always loved traveling. I've
Okay.
always loved experiencing like different environments,
Yeah.
different places, like teaching myself because I felt like it stretches my mind, unlike being working in one place
Yeah.
and
True.
over again.
Yeah.
So I went for tourism as I felt like tourism. I love to travel because at Kaya, I always been the person that always organize events. Guys, let's do
Oh.
this. Let's
Okay.
go and have fun, creating memories. Because I
Yeah.
feel like memories are much better than whatever you have.
Yeah.
Because
True.
people,
Yeah.
whenever you die, they don't remember Agape head
Yeah. True.
and Adidas or whatever, but they always speak and talk about the memories.
That you
So
created. Yes.
yes. So that's when I fell in love with tourism. I went for tourism to pursue tourism. And then after completing my course, and then the pandemic hit. So there were no
COVID.
jobs. Yes, because also when it comes to e-tourism, pandemic always hits e-tourism sector
Yeah.
first
True.
because
Yeah.
those are the people that travel most on parcels. So and then from tourism, then I decided Uguti, okay, I've always loved beauty.
Okay.
Because my mom used always say Uguti, every time whenever I crash, I would do my hair. Mang figure crash, we were like, oh, your mom actually did a nice hairstyle. And you'd be like, no, it's not my mom, it's me. And my sister would always say, Uguti, I've always used to lock myself in a room and always use her stuff for makeup and stuff.
Whoa.
So that's when I saw Uguti. Not only do I love traveling, but also I'm into beauty. And then I started as a self-taught makeup artist.
Wow.
I
Okay.
watched videos on YouTube, and then my parents saw Uguti. Actually, rather than sitting, you can actually do this thing. We can actually assist you in paying for the fees and you enrolling in a
Big
beauty.
ups to them, eh?
That yeah, I'm very grateful to have them because they've always been supportive. They Melubo dogs are they always always ask Uguti, what is it that you want? And we're here to support you in that.
Big ups
So
to them.
that's
Wow.
when I went to YPA and I did it's Yoviet Beauty Academy.
Oh,
It's in
okay.
Renbeck. Then I studied because you're cosmetologist in general, everything about beauty, but except for hair.
Oh,
So
okay.
I did like facials, massage, nails, manicure, pedicure, eyelashes, waxing. SFX makeup is the makeup for like those blood bruises
Yeah.
and everything, and then prosthetics. And I also pursued in like stage theater type of makeup. Then from there, then I started as a background artist because I always wanted to work as a makeup artist in film.
Okay.
So when it comes to the film, I didn't feel like they advertised most on like newspapers
Yeah.
or so I had to go like literally direct. So I went to that's when I started doing background.
Okay.
I started doing background artist like as an
As an
extra.
extra, yeah.
Yes. And then every time whenever they booked me, I would go straight to the HOD and ask and how to like be part of
The makeup,
the
yeah,
makeup,
like the
yes,
makeup crew,
the
yes.
makeup crew. And then I went so on and so on, and then up until there was this one lady that literally asked to interview me, and then she asked, when am I available? I was like, you tell me the day, the date, and I'll show up. And then she was like, okay, come through to Urban Brew Studio and please do like 3 different looks for me, like soft glam, natural glam, and the special effects.
I
Because
wish I knew what is a soft glam. What you call is it?
soft glam is like those using neutral colors, but not
Okay.
because people like to say, I want natural look, but not to, because people, when they think of makeup, they think of like we changing, like actually their facial expressions and
Yeah, true.
everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So a natural glam is like whereby you can still you see yourself. It's just nothing is like too much.
Oh, okay.
And then a soft glam is like a makeup that is popping, but mostly focusing on the eye, so that it has a different how can I put it? There's a different emphasis on the eyes.
Okay.
And then and the special effects is the one which we do like bruises, cuts, and everything. So that's when she took me through. And then after that interview, I got a job, and then I started on ECT Sestopla.
Big ups to that, eh?
So yes. after Sestopla, then I started when applying for more because with the production work, you only work sometimes if the contract is like a month,
Yeah.
2 weeks, 3 weeks, that's when you go. So when I heard that the contract is about to end, I started looking for other
Other
jobs.
jobs.
Yes.
Okay.
So I didn't tell people that I'm still an upcoming. So when you say you're still upcoming, it like
Now
they
they
don't
know.
like, oh, it's gonna be too much. We still need to teach you.
Mhm.
I always told people that I have experience. And then I went to Umzali Wami season 3. I went to Entangled season 1. That's when I kept on moving around in different
Wow.
productions.
So, first things first, before I go on with the questions or we just have this conversation, a big shout out to your parents, man. Like, honestly,
Thank
if there was a
you.
horn, you still was gonna say blow some horn for the parents because of when it comes to the Black society, it is rare to have parents who will support your dreams, understand, or to make your dreams to come through, understand.
True.
Especially the parents that they want you to do into funwaibo.
Yes.
Understand? Like I want you to be a lawyer. I'll be able to find you if you go for law course,
Yes.
or maybe if you go for medical. Actually, you see, so like they want you to be in their footsteps, not in your footsteps, or learning from your own mistakes.
Yes,
Understand?
true.
But a big shout out to them that they invested
True.
in you, and the investment, as people look in here, man, like she's done a lot of work right now in the industry. It means most of the celebrities that we have seen on TV or whatever show it may be, it's her work behind that.
Yes.
Understand? So, but now I hear you. You weren't in the industry as a background artist, which is an extra.
Yes.
Understand? But didn't you have that love? Okay, fine. As much as this is my key to the main goal, which is being a makeup artist, didn't you have that in you? Good. I also want to be an actor.
No, not at all. I've always been shy. I always didn't like also my voice on cameras and stuff. So every time whenever they booked me, I would make sure Ubiti I'm always at the back because
You
it
hide
was to
yourself.
hide myself. But I would follow the brief when they say like formal, I would do formal and make sure Ubiti
Yeah.
I do my makeup so that whenever I go to these HODs, so that they see that this is the work that I'm portraying, but they will pick me up from the back and be like, please come in front. And then I'll be like, oh my God. But it has never been my passion to be an actor.
Okay.
And yeah.
But how was the experience though?
The experience was amazing, but it created like I think a fame, and of which I don't like fame. I don't like.
Oh, you don't like the spotlight?
No, I don't like the spotlight.
Oh, okay.
Yes. That's why I love also working behind the scenes because nobody sees me, nobody knows that I'm there. But yeah, my work speaks for myself, but not showing my face directly.
So I guess you coming to the podcast was difficult for you because you don't like the spotlight.
Yes, I don't like this.
Or you don't like being in front of the camera.
Yes, I don't like it. I think I've outgrown that, but also I don't see myself like pursuing like acting and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because sometimes whenever we work behind the scenes and then whenever they have like shortage
Yeah.
of background and all that, they always pull like a crew and then to just like jump in and do this. They know with me now. With me, it's like a no.
Wow. Okay, so I just want to know, which part of the body do you specialize in
When it comes to
when it comes to beauty?
like in all the services that I offer, or
Yes. Okay, like the one would be like, this one, I love doing this.
Hey, Donning Experience is sponsored by DreamStream. If you'd like to support us directly and gain ad-free version of our episodes, click on the link below.
I love massages.
Wow,
I
okay.
love makeup, and I love doing pedicure.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's this one that they do. Guys, please correct me. I don't know these things. I'm learning. Like the one that they do on the toes. What do they call it?
It's pedicure.
Pedicure.
Yes.
So I once wrote this on my WhatsApp status previously that, like, how do you guys survive seeing different type of toes? I'm sorry, but how do you guys survive? And again, don't you come across maybe to look with all the feet are stinky, and how do you react on that one?
We always wear mask and put on
Oh,
gloves
okay.
because when it comes to beauty, hygiene is number one. And I'm also very strict when it comes to hygiene. At home, they used to say, like, I suffer from OCD.
Okay.
So hygiene is very, very, very crucial.
Crucial.
Because
Okay.
number one, I can't use the same nippers that I cut you using it to someone else. I need to sterilize.
Sterility.
Yes. I need to sterilize. For in case of it, if ever there was a cut, I cut you by mistake, and then having to transfer that bacteria to another
Somebody
person,
else
it can
will get
cause
sick.
like
Yeah.
yes. So first thing when you start with beauty, they teach you hygiene and also washing off brushes, not using like a dirty brush on someone because skin is very sensitive. Skin reacts. Skin doesn't want anything that is dirty. It can be your hand, your phone, your pillow, your hair.
True.
People may ask themselves how I have pimples and all of that. Skin is very sensitive, so you don't have to touch or do anything that is dirty to bring it like straight to your face.
So let me just assume you that kind of girl or woman that wouldn't allow anyone to touch your face. Like you get
Yes.
frustrated.
Even hand gestures, like I always carry a sanitizer.
Yo.
I always had a sanitizer even way before COVID.
Yeah.
Sanitizer, tissue, and M.U.A wipers. Those are the things that I always carry in my bag.
Yo. So it means someone who comes across you, they shouldn't feel offended because of you just that one person who's so much insecure about the hygiene. I mean to say.
Yes.
And then how had beauty impacted you and your self-esteem as an individual?
It has boosted my self-esteem in terms of confidence because I've always been a shy person. I've always also I didn't love being in front of or being in the spotlight or anything. But beauty, I think it enhances my natural features. So me not speaking about anything, just showing my face and being all pretty, like getting those compliments. I mean, it's a confident booster.
Then which moment had made you to realize with no man, like you are good when it comes to makeup?
When the first time I started in production, because I was never like trained thoroughly. I had to teach myself.
Yeah.
Like I was always thrown at the deep end and I always had to swim. So when we had like a lot of cast, and then they gave me one lady to work on, and then I was nervous because it was my first time actually starting to do someone's face. Because when it comes to production, you always start by standby. Standby is a person that always fix mistakes that happen before shooting. Like we always do final checks. If ever your hair is not properly, we fix that.
Yeah.
We maintain call sheet and all of that. So whenever I was given to do someone's face, and then my HOD, I always look to my HOD for approval. And then she was like, yeah, it's perfect. Thank you. That's when I was like, oh, okay.
Nice. Then again, obviously, there are those moments whereby they were difficult for you as a makeup artist. So which were the moments to be like, oh, okay, yeah, now it's getting tougher and tougher?
Time management.
Okay.
Yeah. With makeup, when you do like those people that go for a graduation, you always tell them, come an hour early so that I can take the whole hour. With production, you literally need to do a makeup that is like in 30 minutes or 20 minutes max, because they work with time, sunrise, sunset. So if ever I overlap, I literally messed up the whole department, because each and every department works hand in hand.
Yeah.
So before everything starts, they start with makeup. So time management was a bit of a challenge, because I was used to doing makeup, being relaxed and taking the whole hour. So having to come to production, it's different.
Then how did you learn to keep up with time now? Because time management is so crucial, right? So how did you manage to keep up with time?
When I was taught to do breakdowns earlier, knowing starting people's facial structures ahead, and then doing character breakdown and everything, so that I know I'm gonna have my breakfast a bit later. Ngesikhathi breakfast time, can I just have someone to do like make a face,
Yeah.
of which I've prepared in time, so that
Okay.
made it easier.
Then checking now the way you expanding as an individual, as a makeup artist, and now you like what made you now to be like, okay, fine, I'm an individual, I've grown in the makeup sector, now I want to grow even further, I want to go even more. Then what made you now to start the company, which is Netty's Beauty, and why that name in particular?
I've always loved like creating ideas, as I said, at home back then, going back to tourism,
Yeah.
like organizing things and all of that. I was like, how about I be my own boss
Wow.
and
Okay.
be the leader that I wish I had experienced?
Yeah.
That's when I started, and I was like, okay, coming up with the name, I was like, okay, because my name is Antoinette. So
Okay.
I used the last part of my name, which is Netty, derived from the name Antoinette, like to be like Netty's Boutique,
Okay.
to specialize in everything about beauty, because I had to learn how to do hair in production, because normally our department deals with anything that is skin based and hair based.
Hair-based. Okay.
Yes.
Then how many people as we speak that are employed under you right now?
Currently I was working as a sole trader,
A sole
like
trader.
doing house call, because I'm working on having my own studio.
Mm.
So I would do like house calls, and yeah, whenever I'm not working in production, and schedule everything and alert people about my availability and have rules and regulations before starting to do makeup, or before you even have to book me. There's terms and conditions that you have to go through.
Okay, yes.
And then, yes, whenever I have a makeup client, I have to always do safe hygiene, and also have a client record card, of which I feel like it's important, but people miss that part.
Yeah.
So a client record card, it's basically me knowing your history, background, your medical background, if ever you have. For example, if ever you have contraindications are things that prohibit us as like therapists to perform a therapeutic session on you. So
Okay.
knowing that, also if ever you react to something, knowing that if ever I took you through the process before doing this therapeutic session, and making sure that you understand everything that is outlined, so that whenever you have reaction or whatsoever, you are liable for that, because I literally took you through.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. So obviously, man, being in the industry, growing up, there's that one celeb or that one actor that would be like, oh, this one, I want to meet this person. Have you ever came across maybe that artist that you wanted to meet, or that actor or actress that wanted to meet, and how was the feeling?
Yes, I working with Sindi Dlathu. I've always yes, I always grew up watching Umvango, and I
Yeah.
always loved her character. Like, she's humble and all of that. I've always wanted to meet Sindi Dlathu, and then having to work with her on the river was like a life-changing moment. And she's
Wow.
a free person. She doesn't want people to treat her as if like she's a
A
celeb.
celebrity.
Yes, she's
Yes, true.
human. She's very general. Even if I remember this last time, there was in a background that came through that was given lines, and then she had, I think the background had to share lines with Sindi.
Yeah.
And then Usindo Aba like intro, just to like do ice breaking. Aba like, oh, what's your name? And then Aba like, ay, Kamala Musiabong, for example. Aba like, no, ekaslako like bakbizuban. And then Aba like, ah, ban. And then Tana Nokshay Flate, like to make like a working space very, yes,
good and nice. Like, it's one artist like who didn't make things to be difficult for you.
yes.
But by the way, a big shout out to Cindy Dlathu, I mean to say, because as an actor, I look up to her, because at times I'd be like, oh, how does she do this?
Yes.
Especially on the river, like that villain character. It's like, oh no, man, how does she do this? Like, her character, man, like it's so unique, man. She's unique.
She's unique.
Like, as you say, like she's so unique, and man, she blends in, man, in everything that she's given, and she does it with passion and all that. So,
and also having that character and a personality that is very humble and down to earth. People never like align that with people being down to earth.
So weren't you afraid when you're putting makeup on her? I'm like, oh, Madlavantu, she's gonna bite my head off.
I literally had to pinch myself first. I'm like, okay,
You
is this really happening?
Seriously?
Yes, because I also approach her, and because I've
Yeah.
also worked a lot with Lawrence Maleka.
Okay.
So on
Oh.
Too Hot to Be Single. Yes,
Yeah, I know
Lawrence
him,
Maleka
yeah.
would be like, I would ask question and have like conversation. And then I was like, what is it like? Before I even worked with Sindi Dlathu, I was like, what is it like
To work
working
with,
with
yeah.
Sindi Dlathu? And then Lawrence would say, working with Sindi Dlathu, you need to prepare yourself because she's always knows her line, know her story. So
You
if
can
ever
tell,
you
yeah.
fumble or anything, it's gonna be like on you because she's always ready. So it prepares you as a pinguti, okay, having to share lines with that person, I need to up my game. And then when the first time I worked with her, I literally told her that. And then she was like, oh, really? I was like, yes, I've been working with Lawrence Maleka, and this is what Lawrence said about you, and this is what I'm seeing. He literally didn't sugarcoat anything about
Yeah,
you.
like he told you like the way it is. By the way, if you don't know Lawrence, man, it's Uzolani.
Yes.
Uzolani, like like that character, like made the river to be nice for me, and I love it. Understand?
Yes.
But now moving right along, checking your bio or checking your background again. Like recently, you're from Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
Where Dubai is located, guys. Dubai is not a country. It's not a country. It's located in Saudi Arabia.
No, actually, Saudi Arabia is closer to Dubai.
So
yes.
Dubai is a country.
So Dubai is a country as well as Saudi
Seriously?
Arabia. Because going
Yeah.
through Saudi Arabia, you pass through
To Dubai.
yes.
So why are people saying that Dubai is under Saudi Arabia?
I think because I feel like they're neighboring
They're
countries.
neighboring countries.
Yes.
Okay, then how is it now? The level like now has shifted from where you are now. It's huge. Like you're an international, like you're going international right now. You're leaving SA, you're going to Saudi Arabia. How was it, and how did you got or land yourself a gig in Saudi Arabia?
Well, I had a friend that was also doing beauty, and then whenever she got that side, she was like, actually, try this because since you love beauty and everything, and there are a lot of beauty, like, how can I put it? There are a lot of beauty opportunities in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Yes, so she gave me that opportunity, and then I applied, and then I was taken.
Just like that?
Yeah. Through my qualification, I think they checked my background.
Oh, okay, yes.
And then they want people also that went literally for school with beauty.
Then when you got in Saudi Arabia, obviously it's different environment, different people, and there's you who's not that good when it comes in being in like an occupied space, occupied by people. Then how was it from you being in SA?
The different was having to adapt because I literally prepared myself physically and was like, okay, my CV is gonna upgrade, I'm gonna learn a new thing, but I didn't prepare myself mentally and emotionally. Ooh. So having to be apart, far away from my family, being this independent girl, like you'll say, no, I will go to a friend just nearby. You're literally on your own.
You know no one that's
no one. Yes. And it was a challenge because that side English, they don't know English. Ooh. So they recently introduced English at school. So it's an holistic country. It's a holy country, and they only speak Arabic. Ooh. So, and you're not allowed to even show your shoulders. You need to cover yourself because they regard your body as being the temple. So women wear literally even abayas just to hide their body, and the only, like, women are not allowed to be seen like barefaced. They need to cover their face. So being that side, it was totally different. Having to adapt, it was a bit hard because whenever you have to walk around, because I didn't wear an abaya, people would look at you as if like it's their first time seeing like an African. Oh, and having to, it was a language barrier. So we used to communicate through Google Translate with the workers that I used to work in, because I had a Moroccan girl and then a South African girl that we went together, but she was from Cape Town.
Okay.
And then there was a lady from Syria. So it was a language barrier. So having to think of starting a conversation, you would literally think, oh my God, I need to type. And then even if it's funny and you know how Google Translate changes the grammar and everything, it would be like, what are you saying? So it was a bit challenging, and most of all, it was extremely hot.
I was about to ask
extremely hot.
Because I know like Saudi Arabia is very hot.
It's a desert. It's a dry area.
So people with makeup, how do they survive there?
Well, that side, they don't like makeup because mostly they covering their face. Faces. Mostly they like waxing, eyelashes, pedicure, and manicure. And massages.
Then what's the positive side about it? Like, what did you learn in Saudi Arabia?
What I learned in Saudi Arabia is the different services, hygiene to be specific, because they're very strict in hygiene. If ever you don't, your station is very dirty, they would literally just leave and request for their money back. Number two, if ever you had to take out a nipah just to do, they would literally ask, did you sterilize it? Why is it not in the dead package of the... So hygiene was the crucial thing. If ever mask or gloves were finished, you would literally not work. And what I've learned also is that their services are quicker, because comparing to us here in South Africa, when you go to like a salon, you wait for hours and everything.
True.
And then their products that side are faster and quicker, of which I want to introduce also the side in my business.
That's nice.
Because acrylic, this side, you have to dip and apply. Acrylic, that side, it's like a gel base whereby you apply it like ngati Q-Tex, but it becomes harder and then you shape. Even when you have to remove like your nails, this side we take longer because we need to soak off, use acetone. But that side, you just apply something that is like gelish, liquidish, and then you apply, and then it literally boils in your nails, and then you just take it off. And also the products that they use are halal, because the whole country is halal.
Yes, true.
The whole country doesn't have alcohol. And even the products that you use, you need to use vegan products and products that are halal. They don't even want products that have alcohol in it. So I learned using different products, using a faster method as compared to us here in South Africa.
So what if you took this bottle to Saudi Arabia? What's going to happen?
I think through AMA boarding pass, because they literally check everything.
Whoa.
You literally even have to take out your shoes. If ever you have braids, they would literally even scan your braids.
You lied.
It's a very strict country, and they don't host events, parties and everything. They don't even allow dating because they regard it as lust. So you only date whenever you want to get married. Hence that holy country. They pray 5 times a day. When they pray, they don't have to have like nail polish. That is why the products that we use, because whenever they pray, they wash their face, hands, private part, as well as their feet. So having to wash that, they do like a cleansing. So having to do that with the nail polish that is on their nails, they regard it as not fully cleansed. So that is why the products that we have to use on them are like breathable products. So whenever they do the cleansing, it's like the water penetrates even through the products that you use like a nail polish.
It's my first time hearing this. So will they still want to go back to Saudi Arabia?
Yes, I had an opportunity to go back, but I am currently doing my international certificate. So that's kind of binding me at the moment, because my main goal now is to go to cruise, and cruise is very strict when it comes to qualification. They want you to do ITEC, of which ITEC is like having to study anatomy and physiology. So people think that beauty industry is just like an but they don't know behind beauty. With beauty, we get to know how your body functions. You need to know your organs. You need to know your muscles. Because when performing a massage on you, I need to know which muscles I'm working on. I need to know what am I stimulating, what happens after. I need to know your body type even before coming. Okay, you are this body type. And I need to know your back. Like I said, the client record card helps me to know, okay, if ever do you have like a cancer, do you have high blood? If ever you have a high blood, then that's a contraindication. I can't perform a therapeutic session of a massage on you, because when performing a massage on you, it stimulates like your blood circulation. So it's gonna cause you to have like a more circulation of blood. For example, if ever you have cancer and then I perform a massage on you, the cancer might spread because it's the circulation of blood.
Okay.
So I need to know how, if ever you have been like been in an accident, if ever you've been in an accident, for example, if ever you broke your leg, your bone, for example, I need to know which bone that you broke, so that whenever I work on you, I know, okay, which muscle is attached to that bone, so that I don't touch that part or make the injury to be worse.
Wow. So sometimes be saying goodbye to South Africa.
Yes, maybe sometime next year again.
Okay. So moving right along before we just close, what happens when a client comes to you and you do the makeup or whatsoever and they don't like it?
It's either I say, if ever that I ran out of time, I'll be like, okay, for now that we don't offer like a refund and everything, but I can just offer you another free services whenever you have an upcoming event, and it's gonna be on me. I won't charge you for everything.
Okay, then, what will you say to young girls? Okay, how can you help young girls to find themselves and gain the confidence in what they're doing, just like you? Or any other woman, not young girls only to be specific, but any other women out there.
I would say first it starts with self-love before anything. Loving yourself and chasing your dreams, being very strict in what you want, and never stop until you settle, until you find that thing. Never settling, and what you want exists. It's just that it might be the matter of time, abuti. It's not yet your time, but that shouldn't stop you from pursuing whatever that you want to pursue. And despite not the humble beginnings, because you don't start where you wanna be. You start like small. Like also when it comes to me, I started with volunteering. I used to volunteer. I used to like, don't put money first, be like, have passion and love for what you want to do, and before pursuing it, and then you can proceed.
Then again, if I may ask you, since, okay, like now we're about to close, we're going, since you are a spiritual person, you love God so much.
Yes.
Then how would the critics from other people go to, oh, she's doing makeup, this, you know, how some people can be stereotyped, understand, especially those who go to church. So how was the feedback from the society, especially the society of prayer?
I always separate myself, like having to have my own corner where I do my own things. And I always ascertain my things if ever I need to do this, because being a makeup artist, you have to come early. Coming early, I believe in prayer more than anything. I start everything with prayer, and we've used to also introduce that in production, because sometimes we get to different locations whereby they are very creepy and all of that, and then there's some people would see me praying first before doing anything, because it's like inviting God and inviting the Holy Spirit, because I believe wherever I am, it's because of God. Even where I was in Saudi, God carried me. God made me see other things that I never thought I would literally even see. So everything, I believe it's by the grace of God. So I never like judge also when it comes to people's culture, and I would also love for them to also just let me do my own thing. Unless if ever they want to join in, then I'll be like, feel free to join me. And we start with the prayer, and then maybe even in breaks, or even if we don't have time, because sometimes we might get to a location very fast, but we play gospel music. just to
Okay,
start
nice.
the day on a clean slate.
Then I have two last questions right now. What can people expect from you and your company? And last thing, where can people find you?
Okay, people can expect me. Can you please rephrase your question?
Okay, what can people expect from you or your company?
People can expect like a special treatment. For example, I want people whenever they come to my salon to relax. Like it's like a therapy. I don't want people to overwork. So I want to change this thing because, for example, whenever we go to salons to do that, we always take out.
Yeah, okay.
We work, but I want people to, whenever they come to my salon, to like relax, to enjoy this therapeutic session, and I want people to experience international uh, services that are literally brought locally. And
Okay.
people can find me on social media, at Netty's Boutique. That's my business account.
Yes.
And Netty_Khumalo is my personal account. And then I'm also on Facebook as Antoinette Samu Khumalo.
Okay. Good people, there was Antoinette Samu Khumalo here in studio with us on Donning Experience with the Black AG. Do me a favor. Do subscribe, like, share, and comment. And guys, guess what? You might get a chance to win one of the bottles from Destiny Wine. But only if you do that and you tag Donning Experience on Instagram, or just tag me at the black_AG on Instagram or TikTok. But as from now, Danko is thank you. We are out.